My name is Ronan Doherty. I'm originally from Donegal. I'm now living in Dublin. I'm a designer and web developer. So I ended up choosing arts or media studies in NUI Maynooth. There was a theoretical side and there was also a radio and television production side. And in the first year I picked English and Irish, and I ended up continuing on with Irish for the second and third year. I liked sort of the technical end of media production. I liked working with cameras, I liked working with editing, I liked doing all that kind of stuff. And in the beginning, you know there's things like TG Cahir and all these things out there, but they weren't necessarily sort of joined up. But as I moved forward and sort of, I think that's one thing when you have Irish, it's great to have Irish, but it's good to have other skills as well. After college, I continued and I did a bit more study, but even before I'd finished college, I'd started working in that sector. So I was doing some very low-level jobs on documentaries and things like that, and worked for a few film festivals and things along those lines. And then people started asking me to do kind of that usual kind of thing, you know, oh, you're good at computers, maybe you could design this thing for me. And really it was completely amateur to begin with. But the thing I always find, there really isn't, if you're interested in something and if you enjoy doing it, there's nothing you can't learn. And bit by bit I just started doing more and more of this work, till eventually it came to the point where I was sort of freelancing full-time. And we're at the point now where I have a small business, it's a very small business. It's myself and one other full-time employee and a few other contractors. Most of our work would be designing and building websites. So we do the end-to-end. We can design it. We'll do the user research. We will build the website. We can do some of the online advertising and marketing and stuff as well. Some of the things we produced has been exhibited. We had books in the Dublin Art Book Fair. One of them got presented to the Portraits of Irish Language Writers book, got presented to the President last year, I think, and we've won a couple of awards as well, 2 Air Spider awards. The great advantage about working for yourself is that you can pick what you want to do, and you can, if you to a certain extent get to choose what area you want to work in, which is brilliant, and that's the part I love about it. At the same time, you have to realise when you're starting off, it means long hours, working at the weekends sometimes, lots of dealing with clients, which is a thing that I actually love, but it takes work and it takes some of your kind of interpersonal skills and all of that as well. So there's a lot to it. So you kind of, so I'd always kind of say to people, sort of try before you buy. It's not a good idea to just jump into something if you can get as much experience as you can in the sector beforehand, get a feel for what it's like. First thing is that you have to be kind of a curious person. No job can look exactly like the last one, so you always have to kind of have an eye out for what might be interesting, what might work here. Be willing to try things, being willing to throw out things, which is the hard bit too. But being curious and willing to learn new skills and to just be open to things all the time. If you're willing to be a little bit of a perfectionist, but also you have to realise you can't completely be a perfectionist, because things have to get out by deadlines and things like that. And then the other skill that I think, and it leads on from the second one, is patience. I think patience is the greatest kind of virtue you can have in this kind of work, that you're willing to sit with something, and it can be frustrating at times, but you realise that it will come to you.